Let's continue new chapter Money and Banking. Topics to be covered: introduction, definition of money, functions of money, what is barter system, meaning of double coincidence of wants, money supply, commercial bank, functions of commercial bank, money creation or credit creation, central bank, function of central bank. Let's start with introduction of money. Money is the most important discovery of modern times. It is the foundation stone around which all the economic activity revolve. It is very difficult to imagine the modern economic life without money. It is a basic necessity of all economics. Meaning of barter system: barter exchange refers to exchange of goods for goods. An economy where is a direct barter of goods and services is called barter economy. So, before money was invented, the primitive world, a trade was carried out according to the barter system of exchange. So, what is my barter economy? Barter exchanges, which refers to exchange of goods for the goods. So, an economy where there is a direct barter of goods and services is called a barter economy or CC economy. C, which stands for commodity. So, exchanging commodity to commodity, calling it as a CC economy. See, for example, when a farmer gives wheat and gets cloth from the weaver in return, it is called a barter exchange. Double coincidence of wants. Double coincidence of wants refers to the simultaneous fulfillment of mutual wants of buyers and sellers. See, for example, want for clothing by the farmer coincides with the want of weaver for wheat. Yes, so it was very clear. Double coincidence of wants, which refers to simultaneous fulfillments of mutual wants of buyers as well as the seller. See, for example, want for the clothing by the farmer will coincide with the want of weaver for a wheat. However, it is very difficult to find double coincidence of want in real life because it leads to huge trading cost. Limitation of barter exchange, lack of double coincidence of wants, lack of common measures of value, lack of standard of deferred payment, lack of store of value. The first one, lack of double coincidence of wants. Barter system can work only when both buyers and sellers are ready to exchange each other goods. See, for example, A can exchange goods with B only when A has what B wants and B has what A wants. Yes, such double coincidence of wants is very rare. The second one, lack of common measures of value. So, in the barter system, all commodities are not of equal value. There is no common measures or a unit of value of goods and services in which the exchange ratio can be expressed. See, for example, if A has wheat and B has rice, then it is difficult to decide how much wheat is needed to exchange with 1 kilogram of rice. In absence of common measures, the exchange ratio is fixed randomly in which one of a party generally suffer. Let's move on to the other one, lack of standard of deferred payment. So under the barter system, a contract involving future payment or a credit transaction cannot take place with ease because of following reason. The borrower may not be able to arrange goods of exactly same quality at the time of repayment. There may be a conflict regarding which specific commodity is to be used for repayment. The commodity to be repaid may lose or gain its value at the time of repayment. So, it is very difficult to make deferred payment in the form of goods. The fourth one, lack of store of value. Under barter system, it is very difficult for the people to store wealth for future use because of few reasons, like most of the goods like wheat, rice vegetable, etc. do not possess durability. Their quality will deteriorate with passage of time. The second one, storage of goods require time and effort. So these are the limitation of barter exchanges: lack of double coincidence of wants, lack of common measures of value, lack of standard of deferred payment, lack of store of value. Let's move on to definition of money. Money is anything which is generally accepted as a medium of exchange, measure of value, store of value, and means for standard of deferred payment. Yes, now there are functions of money. There are two functions of money: primary function and secondary function. Primary function divided into two: medium of exchange and measure of value. Secondary function, standard of deferred payment and store of value. The first one, medium of exchange. Money as a medium of exchange means it can be used to make payment for all transaction of goods and services. Second, measure of value. Money as a measure of value means the money works as a common denomination in which the value of all the goods and services are expressed. Third one, a standard of deferred payment. Money as a standard of deferred payment means that money acts as a standard for payment which ought to be made in future. Because every day millions of transactions take place in which payments are not made immediately. So money encourages such transaction and helps in capital formation and economic development of the economy. The last one, store of value. Money as a store of value means money can be used to transfer purchasing power from present to future. So money is a way to store wealth. Although wealth can be stored in the other forms like, yes, but also is the most economical and convenient way. So these are the functions of money. Primary function divided into two: medium of exchange and measure of value. Secondary function, standard of deferred payment and store of value. So far we have discussed about introduction of money, meaning of money, definition of money, limitation of double coincidence of wants, yes, and what is meant by double coincidence of wants, and limitation of barter exchanges. Thank you, students.